operating from the left hash, a reverse handed to Maclin, bobbles the ball, picks it up at the 11, running right side to the 20, right sideline 25, breaks a tackle, cuts inside at the 30, across the 35, breaks another tackle across the 40. Daniel takes the snap, pressure backside, now pumps, now throws into the end zone, caught it before, and into the end zone goes Maclin. He had two receivers there. Franklin was open in the end zone. Coming underneath was Maclin, makes the reception at the 4, and for the first time in his college career, Jeremy Maclin crosses the end zone.
He's a star in the making, Chris. He's really something.
From Santella. High spiral, Maclin angling to the right side, takes it at the 34, comes to the sideline, finds a seam across midfield, and he may go. Cuts it left side around a man, to the 30, to the 20, to the 10, Maclin to the house. Touchdown, Missouri.
It's been a long time, Michael, since we've had a punt return. Great play by Maclin. Boy, he's having a time in his hometown tonight. It's going to be a hot time in a hometown tonight for Maclin. What a day he's having.
Playing in his Faurot Field debut, Jeremy Maclin was the star of the day as he accounted for 275 all-purpose yards. Maclin set the tone early when he connected with Chase Daniel to cap the opening drive of the game.
Down in 7. Daniel fires into the end zone. Caught by Missouri's Jared Perry for a touchdown. Excuse me, Jeremy Maclin with a terrific catch.
That was a great catch, Mike. He had his arms outstretched.
To go up 21-0 early in the second quarter.
Pressure backside, throws it right side. Caught by Maclin.
Lines up at quarterback. Daniel split to the left.
Maclin running right. Takes it, gets to the 15, to the 10, cuts it inside 5. Touchdown, Missouri. As he takes it to the house.
Well, I tell you what, Mike. Blocking and great running by Maclin.
Daniel keeps it himself. Now pitches it, caught by Maclin to the 5 to the house.
Low snap. Hits it with the right foot. High wobbly kick. Maclin on the run. Takes it on the run at the 36 to the 40 to the 50
to the ISU 40. Maclin to the 30 to the 20. Cuts it inside. And for the second time this season, the kid from Kirkwood scores on a punt return for a touchdown. 64 yards.
Mike, there wasn't a white shirt on that east sideline. There were 3 black shirts on the east sideline. He had clear sailing. Nobody threatened the guy.
He wins 66 against Illinois and goes 64 today.
As Missouri ranked 17th in the country, getting things started in a direct snap. A little rip-off of the Arkansas formation, a little wild hog, Jeremy Maclin. After the direct snap to Maclin, picked up 9, nothing on the completion following, and Daniel's going to try to throw for the single yard, and he wants a lot more than one, and he's got it.
He said Chase Daniel, from the moment he got to campus, knew what touch meant. Look at this. We're going to double a reverse. Maclin, 35. Down to the 30. Get out of the way. And throws this one long. Complete at the 5-yard line. Yes. They're going to say out of bounds at the 5 is Jeremy Maclin.
Take a look at their opportunities in the red zone. They've been pretty decent here. Third in the Big 12 this season. Good production out of their red zone.
Jackson on reverse. There's Maclin. He's in. Touchdown, Missouri. You could see it coming on the reverse.
He comes around on the end, and this is not something that's atypical to this offense. They have put the ball in Jeremy Macklin's hands in the run game well.
Maclin is going to bring it back from a yard in. Now a little crease over to the right side. Outside he goes past the 25 to the 30. Good yardage from Maclin. And the final play of the first quarter, a big return.
They convert those guys from secondary players to linebackers. They want to put speed on the field.
They give it to Maclin. And Macklin's got a lane past the 20, and he's got a first down, one of the few. They're winding it in a hurry inside of 20. Daniel, it's a straight 4-man rush. Time, man over the middle, it's complete. Inside the 25, Maclin. He led the Big 12 tight ends in catches last year with 58. Give it on the reverse. There's a wall, left side. Macklin's in. Touchdown, Missouri. They are back in the game. The reverse works with Jeremy Maclin.
Now we saw this earlier in the football game. Same time, same play, same execution.
Long set to the right of Daniel, who takes the snap, fakes the handoff, moves the pocket right. Wyrick out front, unloaded over the middle. Maclin at the 48 to the 40. Maclin to the 30 to the 25, 20. Cuts it inside 10, 5 to the house as he dives into the end zone. Touchdown, Missouri. The electrifying redshirt freshman from Kirkwood, Missouri, Jeremy Maclin, gets a great block
from the senior from Milwaukee. 2nd and 7 takes the snap. Bubble screen to Maclin, turns it up left side midfield, 45-40, left sideline 30, foot race to the 20, to the 15, 10, to the 5, and they're going to rule him out of bounds. 1st and 10 from the Cyclone 17. Temple handling, running to the right side on the reverse. Maclin to the 15, to the 10, to the 5, corner of the end zone, touchdown Tigers, as Jeremy Maclin takes it to the house. Macklin's play with 11:24 to play made it 42-21.
And a beautiful day, as we could tell, in Eugene, so a break. Goldsmith hands it off on the reverse to Maclin. He gets a block from Kaufman. Downfield he goes with Daniel helping out. Daniel out of the gun on 1st down. Little comeback route. Kaufman hands it off the flip. Maclin's got it down the sideline. How about that hook and ladder? Yeah, nice play. I like it.
This guy they're sorely missing out there, and having to step up is Justin Garrett when the defense gets back out there.
Daniel goes for the bundle. Macklin's there. 5, touchdown. Jaleel Brown beaten Maclin to the long scores.
Well, the thing about the Tigers offensively is they've got so many weapons, and those weapons are being used by Chase Daniel. You just get Jeremy Maclin running down the middle of the field. He runs right by the defense.
Become more difficult for them. After Colorado, ton of time for Daniel. Maclin, 1st down.
Chase Daniel got the ball to the magic man, Jeremy Maclin. Maclin, with some help from his friends, did the rest.
Foot race to the 30, to the 20, to the 10, to the house. Touchdown, Jeremy Maclin, as he just outran everyone on Texas A&M's side of the football. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, moves the pocket right, now flips it over the middle, wide open. Maclin spins at the 2, extends the football over the plane, and the Tigers extend the lead. Touchdown, Missouri.
Wide open.
Tony Temple in the backfield. Daniel wants to throw again. End zone. Fires. Catch is made. Touchdown, Missouri.
Maclin again, for the 5th team to be ranked number 2, loses a football game. You don't want to be number 2.
And that will change after this weekend, and the Big 12 will have a lot of say in that. This is Maclin from his own 1-yard line. Across the 15 to the outside. Wow. There he goes. Maclin to the 40. Cross midfield. See you later. Jeremy Maclin will have his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon for the Tigers. 99 yards from Missouri. Goodness.
Because when he gets out in space, you're not going to catch him when he gets outside the numbers. Right there, you had a shot to tackle him. Got to get off the block, and you got to finish the tackle. Because once he spins out of there and he's off to the races, he's all by his lonesome. And Chris Patterson had a shot at him, couldn't finalize. One receiver's blocking for another all the time.
Chase Daniel has a man, and the catch is made inside the 10. 3rd and 5 for Missouri. To the sideline, and they'll say the catch was made. A diving grab by Jeremy Maclin. He does it again.
He is so special, this Jeremy Maclin, and the body control that he shows goes airborne. You only have to get one down. He does. He gets the left foot down before he goes out of bounds. He has full possession of the football.
Number 5 on the road. Over the middle, there's Maclin again. Breaks through inside the 5. Jeremy Maclin. Washington in the backfield with him. Daniel with some time, looking, fires towards the end zone. Maclin again. Touchdown, Missouri.
Oh, man.
44 yards.
Chase Daniel just orchestrating things at the line of scrimmage and then in the pocket as well. And you cannot let Maclin get deeper than your deepest defender. And I think Kansas State may have thought that Chase Daniel was going to break pocket.
1st and 10 for Missouri. Maclin with some room. Maclin about a step shy of just cutting it up, and he might have had 6.
Maclin back to the 25-yard line. Gets to the sideline. Looks for an alley. And he is stopped by Kyle Tucker, the punter.
Well, Brent, you've been waiting for this opportunity to see, and we all have coming into this game because of what he can do. And I'll tell you what, Tucker makes a heck of a play to fight off a block and prevent a big touchdown here for Missouri early in this game.
On 1st down, here comes Maclin on that end around. You'll see me question about that. And here comes Maclin on that screen. first and 10 for Mizzou.
This defense will have to make a play.
From Southlake, Texas. Daniel swings it to the outside, and Maclin with his speed. Third down for Daniel and Mizzou. Gets it off. There's their initial first and 10.
We'll talk about it in a second.
And Chase Daniel completes it to Maclin. Maclin with that great speed, and he is out of bounds. Daniel 8 of 14 for 70 yards. End around this time. They put the speedster to work for a first and 10. It's a gamble. A lot of guys will say, don't take it if you don't have to, but let's see what happens. They can make it double. Reverse the throw from Maclin. Oh, yes, what a great call to go for two. How good was that?
Brent, they caught him twice in the game in Norman on the double reverse. This time they go double reverse, and they end up throwing it.
Here comes the blitz. Picked up. First down, Maclin. Second down and 10. And the handoff on the end around breaks free. Maclin on the near side.
This is how Missouri's offense tries to keep defenses that are overly aggressive honest. The linebackers have been blitzing a lot up the middle.
Just personnel-wise, and obviously the new spread offense.
See what Jeremy Maclin can do from his own one. Maclin with a burst. He might have an answer here. Jeremy Maclin says, I've got a little something for you. Touchdown, Tigers. How do you like it now?
He gets a block by Earl Goldsmith, but I said, wow, watch Goldsmith 7. Just get out of my way. But he showed a burst. Last year in this game, he took a punt return for 66 yards.
Had 6 sacks last season. This punt that time by Santella. Here's Maclin, always a threat to bring it back at you. Maclin gonna break him off proper once again. Maclin brought down at the 23-yard line.
Why do you kick it to Jeremy Maclin? And then when your punter out-punts his coverage, why do you just punt the ball down the middle of the field?
Because you knew he had the ability, and of all the players on this offense, Coach Pinkel spoke highly of Derek Washington and his ability.
Inside the 5. What a play from Jeremy Maclin in the catch. Jimmy Jackson, Gary Pinkel affectionately refers to him as the old man, is in, and that's a touchdown, Jeremy Maclin.
90s and even into the 80s at the University of Miami or the Florida States to know, recognize a team with so many weapons all on the field at one time. So they're going to try to pull that shirt off of him and give him an opportunity to show his stuff out here tonight.
Low snap and a great kick, sending Maclin back to the 22. There he goes again at midfield.
Things that just go together.
Jesse and Lou, Reese Mark.
Well, Mark and I have been together a long time, Coach. Let me tell you that. Chase Daniel and Jeremy Maclin, we finish each other's sentences sometimes. Daniel to Maclin, who came in averaging 15 yards a touch, Mayday.
Jeremy Maclin was outstanding in this game. When you get him in the open field and give him a couple blocks, he can take it the distance. He did on that play for 80 yards.
And they just continued all afternoon to hook up, Jesse.
He's one of those guys that every time he has the football in his hands, he can take it the distance. A $172 through the air today for Jeremy Maclin, 3 touchdowns.
What is wrong with me? I forgot the biggest couple of all time. What was the girl you settled on in The Bachelor?
I think her name
There's Daniel and Maclin again. Boy, I think you might kill me for bringing that out here in the middle of the highlight. Daniel went over 400 yards on the day, threw 4 touchdowns. Maclin was unbelievable again. Look, hey, he's fast and everything. This is big time, Mark. Look at him get this foot down.
The body, you should adjust your body. He can control his body and get his hands on the ball, and he's got the foresight to put his foot down inbounds for the touchdown.
I know it's cliched, but some of the things that number 9 in black and gold can do, you just can't coach. 69-17, Missouri. Chase Daniel giving it to Jeremy Maclin. Maclin putting a little more on the resume reel.
We'll see him rush from all over the place. They have not had a 3-and-out this year when Chase Daniel's been on the field. They won't have one here, and they might have a touchdown. Will they catch Maclin? No. Touchdown, Missouri.
Well, when he gets the ball in his hands, the one thing you have to do is make sure you tackle him and eliminate yards after catch. O'Hanlon put his head behind the ball carrier, only used half his body and half his strength.
3rd down and 2 for Missouri. Daniel throws, caught, 1st down, Jeremy Maclin.
This is Maclin on the end around, still on his feet. Got enough for the 1st down.
The zoo's quiet tonight, though. Strange atmosphere.
It is. It might wake up right now. And Jeremy Maclin is the one to do it.
Yeah.
They're having a Mac attack in the zoo.
Yeah. The little jailbreak screen. Maclin went 58 yards against Nebraska in the first series. That looks too easy, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Almost impossible to get pressure on Chase there, huh?
This time under a little bit of heat. Throws it back. Maclin lunging forward. Daniel completes it.
Underway in Austin. And they're saying, bring it on, Mr. Maclin. 20, 25, breaks free, 35, 40, and out of bounds. A huge return.
Bring it on, Jeremy Maclin, and that's exactly what he did. Gets a nice set of blocks by the wedge, and then it's just him finding a crease, and that is just speed. We'll talk about the importance of that for Chase in a second.
5 receivers. They've got their 1st down. Their initial 1st down of the night. It's been an unbelievable performance. And coming out now is Maclin. Maclin breaks over to the left. He's got great breakout speed. If he gets a block late, look out. And he's brought down at midfield.
It's homecoming. They like to play at a high level very soon.
Short field down the middle, wide open inside the 5, Maclin. It'll be 1st and goal outside of the 2.
Well, this is a great start here for Jeremy Maclin. The football in the seam there between the safeties, and
Daniel needs a half dozen. Plenty of time again. Maclin, 1st down. 3rd and goal. Again, time, corner of the end zone, touchdown, Jeremy Maclin. And Daniel will bring Washington into the backfield. Double, yep, it's a reverse. And look at Maclin, making a miss. Close to a 1st down, he's got about 9.
He said on offense they'll run any kind of trick plays, whether it be end arounds or double passes, anything like that, to get the ball in Jeremy Maclin's hands.
Jack in the Box sideline report with Emily Jones. Gary on cue. Maclin again. He spoils them around here. They're showing the blitz. They come, and it's a 1st down.
in the National Football League because of his athleticism.
Well, what about Tony Gonzalez?
Oh, well, there's one there too. That's a good analogy as well.
Nobody at home. Touchdown, Jeremy Maclin.
Get him streaking down to the right sideline here and toss it up there to him. You got a couple of secondary players there and nobody closing on number 9. And he's done a nice job here running the football for him.
He goes out. Jimmy Jackson comes in. Man, quick screen. Maclin in the open field. He's got a first down. And if he gets a little seal on the boundary from the block downfield, I think it was Jimmy Jackson, he's got a touchdown.
Well, I was talking to Emily Jones.
In Kansas State territory to start a drive. Daniel, the middle screen. It's available. Look out. It's Maclin. Will they get him from behind? I don't think so. Touchdown, Missouri.
Scissor screen inside of Jeremy Maclin coming to the middle of the field, and he's got a lot of different ways to go. Watch the block outside there. The right guard does a good job getting him on the ground.
And his grandfather was just a tad upset, to say the least. Corner of the end zone. Touchdown, Jeremy Maclin. Short as Maclin takes a direct snap. Man, there goes Maclin. Look out. He's gone. Jeremy Maclin on cue. Touchdown, Missouri.
When he hit the seam and it's a little bit of a hole, you might as well look out. Turn right here. You can stop it right there because there's going to be nobody going to catch him when he gets through that hole. Good night.
Chase Daniel, Jeremy Maclin, Mayday.
Jeremy Maclin's been phenomenal all season long, but look at the speed and the gait on him. If you get him in the open field like this, no one's going to even get close to him.
Never punted the football.
Maclin
There's the guy they need to get the football to. 45, 40, Maclin, 30. And jumps out of bounds inside the 25 down near the 22-yard line.
Maclin can get from 0 to 60 with that unbelievable acceleration as fast as anybody. Get him the ball in space when he turns on the Jets.
Empty backfield again for Daniel out of the spread here with Mizzou. Maclin, watch out here. Turns it on into the touchdown. Beep, beep. Wow. Does he fly? And Mizzou answers on a 27-yard scoring strike, and I do mean strike. Daniel to Maclin. 3rd and 10 at the 13 for the Tigers in this wintry mix here at Arrowhead. Maclin, boy.
They move him all over the field. Sometimes he's the outside receiver, sometimes he's the inside receiver. And he, from the inside position, runs an out pattern right there.
Chase Daniel, empty backfield. The quarterback out of Southlake, Texas, dumps it over to Maclin. There you see his running game. He had that 54-yarder that unfortunately a fumble gave it back to Kansas. And here is Maclin again. So many ways.
Here's the reverse. And I'll tell you what, Jeff Wheeler had him for a loss, but you can't arm tackle him.
Saw Dave Christensen, the offensive coordinator, see what he's got designed here for Chase and crew. Why not chasing Maclin?
Some of these assistants may be moving on with the success of Missouri.
The entire staff's been with Gary Pinkel his entire time at Missouri. Just phenomenal. Missouri at the timeout, 3rd and 10 from the 25 of Kansas.
There he is.
Daniel.
He went to him. He went to him.
Wow, what a grab. Maclin.
He's hurt.
And a Kansas player down as well.
And there's Maclin. We just pointed him out. He runs the route. And look, double cover. And the teammate is the one that got Wright. His teammate smoked Wright, and Wright's got hit by his teammate, got crushed. When Maclin hits the ground, he hits that right hip. That's like a running back going for 200.
1st and 10 at the 31. Underneath Maclin, broke a tackle, and brought down from behind inside the 20. Another 1st and 10 for Mizzou.
Maclin hooks it up. Stuckey comes in to make the hit and misses. Maclin goes for extra yards, picks up an extra 10.
Rush 3. Maclin breaks free. 10-5. Touchdown, Mizzou. The middle is the highway to the end zone for Missouri. A 27-yard touchdown.
I believe this is their best starting position of the night. Daniel. They double the reverse, and here comes Maclin. And finally going to be smacked down. He said he was not intimidated by Jeremy Maclin. And now a direct snap comes to Maclin. Turns the corner, and Maclin will go down. He'll have the 1st down if they kick it to him, if they try to go with the Australian sidewinder kick or what. And the left footer delivers, and it is a partial spiral on the run. Maclin, 30, 35. Here he goes. 45. Kiss him goodbye. Count it off. 20, 15, 10-5. Touchdown. 75 yards. Pat Fitzgerald, you knew better. You just got burned. Three wide receivers right, one to the left. Lobs it right over the middle, has it complete, and that's good for the 1st down. Tells the offensive line exactly what they're going to be doing here. Man in motion again, and he hands it off to Maclin. They come to the near side. 45 at the 40. Still inbound. Nope. The official right there said no, he stepped out of bounds. Well, 1st down from the 25. Well, you still have to contend with him as a ball carrier, and he's off and running. And shoved out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Plenty of time on the play clock. Boy, fumbled it over the middle, throws the touchdown. Wow. Maclin.
He still throws a beauty. And he saw he had it the whole way. The Northwestern defense had rotated over to Kaufman because Kaufman is the guy all season long that Missouri has looked to.
Maclin helped the cause in every facet of the game. 7 catches, 43 rushing yards, a punt return for a TD, and the game-winning score. Vintage J-Mac, and a fitting send-off for one of Mizzou's best.
You know, like I said, I've seen a lot. Been battled through a lot with these guys on the team and stuff like that. I don't regret it. It's been the best experience of my life.